You have been living in a state of constant noise for so long that you have forgotten what true peace sounds like. You think that the silence is empty, but the silence is actually the doorway to my presence. When the world is loud, your soul becomes scattered. You chase after 1,000 different things, trying to find a sense of completion. Yet every time you reach for something, it slips through your fingers like sand. Why? Because you are trying to fill an eternal void with temporary things. You are trying to find water in a desert, but I am the living water. I am the only one who can satisfy the hunger that keeps you awake at night. Think about the masks you wear every day. You show the world a version of yourself that is capable, steady, and unbothered. But behind closed doors, when the lights are dim and the expectations of others are finally silenced, you collapse. You feel the weight of all the things you haven't said, all the tears you haven't shed, and all the questions you haven't asked. You are exhausted from the performance. You are tired of pretending that you have it all under control. And today, I am telling you that you don't have to perform anymore. You don't have to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders. I have already carried it. I have already paid the price. Your job is not to be perfect. Your job is to be present with me. There are moments when I reach out to you through the people in your life, through the beauty of a sunset, or through the sudden clarity you feel in the middle of a struggle. But your heart has been so guarded, so calloused by the disappointments of the past, that you often brush these moments aside as mere coincidences. You rationalize the miracles. You ignore the whispers. You tell yourself that you are just having a good day or a lucky break. But I want you to open your eyes to the truth. Nothing is a coincidence. Everything is an invitation. My love for you is not a distant concept. It is an active, pursuing, relentless force. I have chased you through your darkest valleys, and I have stood with you on your highest peaks. Even when you turned your back on me, I never stopped watching over you. Do you feel the urgency now? It isn't born from fear. It is born from a deep, profound love that can no longer stand to see you suffering. I see you wandering into places that were never meant for you. I see you settling for breadcrumbs when I have prepared a banquet for your soul. You have allowed others to define your value, and you have allowed your failures to dictate your identity. But I am here to recalibrate your compass. I am here to remind you of who you truly are, my child, my beloved, the one in whom I take great delight. Every struggle you are going through right now, every mountain that seems too high to climb, is not there to break you. It is there to reveal the depth of your dependence on me. When you were strong, you relied on your own wisdom. When you were capable, you relied on your own resources. But now, when you feel weak and depleted, you are finally in a position to see my power work in your life. Do not despise your weakness. Do not hide your cracks. It is through those cracks that my light will shine the brightest. You are being refined in the fire of these circumstances, and you will come out as gold. I am not asking you to change your life overnight with your own strength. I am asking you to surrender your life into mine. Surrender is not defeat. Surrender is the ultimate victory. It is the moment you stop fighting against the current and let my grace carry you home. When you surrender, you stop trying to manage the outcome and start trusting the author. You stop worrying about the how and start relying on the who. This moment, right here, is the turning point. As you continue to listen to the sound of my voice, not through a physical ear, but through the deep intuition of your spirit, let the walls you have built start to crumble. Let the pride melt away. Let the shame be washed away by the tide of my mercy. You are entering a new season. The old things are passing away, and I am making everything new. But to receive the new, you must be willing to let go of the old. You must be willing to walk away from the patterns of thinking that have kept you stuck in the cycle of survival. You have waited for a sign, for a miracle, for a way out, and here it is. This is not just a video, not just a set of words on a screen. This is a divine appointment. I have scheduled this time to meet with you. Whatever happens after this, whatever the next 5 minutes or 5 years hold, know that you do not walk them alone. I am the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end. I have seen the end of your story, and I promise you, it is good. It is worth the struggle. It is worth the wait. Stay tuned into this frequency. Keep your heart open, because what I am about to unfold for you in the coming moments is more than just comfort. It is a map for your transformation. Just breathe. Keep your focus on me. I am here. I am with you. And I have never, not for a single second, let go of your hand. Now, we must speak of the crossroads. Life is not a long, aimless journey. It is a series of decisive moments. You are standing at one right now. Many have arrived at this same threshold, yet they chose to turn back. You may wonder why some stay and some leave, why some find breakthrough while others remain trapped in the cycle of their own making. It is not because one is more loved than the other. My love is infinite, impartial, and constant. The difference lies in the heart's willingness to be classified by the truth. Truth is a divider. It is like a winnowing fan that separates the wheat from the chaff. When the truth is spoken with authority, it demands a response. It does not sit quietly in the corner. It stands in the center of your life and asks, will you follow or will you remain? There are those who walk away because they fear what the truth will reveal. They have spent years polishing their external lives, building reputations, and securing their comfort zones. To let the truth in would mean acknowledging that the foundation they have built is made of sand. They fear that if they admit they are lost, they will lose the respect of others or the image they have worked so hard to maintain. So, they escape. They leave before the truth can touch the places they have guarded for so long. But you are still here. Why? Because something in you has grown tired of the surface level. You are tired of the shallow waters. You are tired of the performative nature of your life. You have realized that the applause of the world does not satisfy the hunger of the soul. You have tasted the bitterness of compromise, and you have found it wanting. Staying here, listening to these words, is a declaration. It is your soul saying, I am ready to be pruned. I am ready to be refined. I am ready to be real. Classification is a difficult process because it forces you to categorize your attachments. You must look at what you are clinging to. Is it your ego? Is it your past regrets? Is it the approval of people who do not even know the true depth of your heart? When I speak of classification, I am talking about the courage to put me first, above the noise, above the fears, and above the comforts that have become your idols. Many choose to leave because they want a blessing without the surrender. They want the peace of my presence without the disruption of my fire. They want the outcome of a transformed life without the process of the cross.
But transformation is not a passive event. It is a collaborative choice. You must choose to align your will with mine. This is the hardest part for the human heart, because the human heart is wired for self-preservation. It wants to protect its own territory. It wants to keep a portion of its life hidden from my light. But I tell you today, you cannot walk into the newness of what I have for you while still clutching the tattered rags of who you used to be. You must choose. Are you a seeker of comfort, or are you a seeker of truth? This is the classification. The seeker of comfort will always find a reason to leave when the message becomes too personal, when the call to change becomes too loud. The seeker of truth, however, will stay even when it is uncomfortable. They will stay even when they feel exposed. They will stay because they know that to be exposed to my light is to be healed. Do not judge those who have left. They are merely in a different stage of their own struggle. But focus on your own position. You are in the classification of the ready. You are ready because you have stopped making excuses. You have stopped blaming your circumstances, your parents, your friends, or your past. You have taken ownership of your spiritual hunger, and that is the most powerful place you can be. There is a cost to choosing the truth. The cost is your pride. The cost is your need to be right. The cost is the lifestyle of distraction that has kept you asleep. But look at what you gain. You gain the freedom of being fully known and fully loved. You gain a clarity that cuts through the fog of your daily anxieties. You gain a purpose that outlives your current problems. This classification is not permanent. It is a daily commitment. Every morning, you must classify your desires. You must choose again to put your life into my hands. Do not think that because you stayed today, you have completed the work. No, today is the beginning of a pattern. The choice you make now, the choice to remain, the choice to listen, the choice to let my words challenge your assumptions, is the choice that will define the trajectory of your entire life. You might feel a sudden urge to get up and leave. You might feel a restlessness, a desire to scroll away to something that feels lighter. That is the resistance of the old nature. It wants to keep you in the shallow waters. It wants you to stay distracted. But recognize that resistance for what it is the boundary line of your transformation. When you feel that urge to run, lean in instead. Stay a moment longer. Let the truth settle into your bones. You are being classified by your response. The world asks, "What can I get?" But my kingdom asks, "What can I give?" You are being classified as one who is willing to give your life, your time, and your attention to the only thing that truly matters. And in that surrender, you will find that you have gained everything. You have gained a father who walks with you, a shepherd who guides you, and a king who fights for you. Do not be afraid of being different. Do not be afraid of the path that fewer people are choosing. The broad road is easy, but it leads to the same emptiness you are trying to escape. The narrow road is difficult, but it leads to life. It leads to the abundance of my promises. It leads to the restoration of your soul. Keep choosing me. Choose me in the silence of your morning. Choose me in the middle of your workday. Choose me when the temptation to go back to your old ways feels overwhelming. Choose me, and I will make the path clear. I will be your light, your direction, and your destination. You are mine, and I am choosing you every single day. Let that reality anchor your soul in this moment. Now, let us speak plainly. You have spent a long time running from the silence, haven't you? You have built a life around noise, the hum of devices, the demands of a career, the endless chatter of social expectations, and the constant motion of your daily routine. You do this not because you love the chaos, but because you fear the stillness. You fear what the emptiness will say if you ever give it a chance to speak. But I am here to tell you that the emptiness you feel is not an enemy. It is a sign of your divine design. You have learned to function while drained. You have become an expert at endurance. You wake up, you put on your armor, you face the world, and you perform your duties with a smile that doesn't quite reach your eyes. You are a master of survival. But deep down, there is a quiet ache, a low, persistent hum of dissatisfaction that follows you everywhere. You try to drown it out with entertainment, with acquisitions, with the temporary validation of others. But every time the lights go out and the room goes quiet, the ache returns. It is the hollow echo of a soul that has been starving for the only thing that can actually nourish it. Why are you afraid of this emptiness? You treat it like a disease, something to be cured or avoided at all costs. But the emptiness is actually the space I have reserved for myself. It is the room in your heart that you have cluttered with idols, with worries, with bitterness, and with the heavy expectations of others. You have left no room for me. You have invited the world to sit on the throne of your heart, and now you wonder why you feel so profoundly alone, even in a crowded room. The emptiness is not a symptom of your failure. It is the evidence of your capacity for God. Consider the nature of a vessel. A cup that is full of stagnant water cannot hold fresh, living water. You have been trying to pour my peace into a cup that is already filled with the debris of your past. You carry your regrets like heavy stones. You carry your anxieties like a backpack that you never take off, even when you go to sleep. You have grown so accustomed to the weight that you think it is just a part of who you are. But I did not create you to be a pack animal. I created you to be a dwelling place for my spirit. When you confront the emptiness, you are finally confronting the truth. The truth is that nothing under the sun can replace me. No amount of success will ever be enough to quiet your soul. No relationship will ever be profound enough to heal the fundamental disconnect you feel. This is a hard truth to accept because it requires you to admit that your strategies have failed. It requires you to admit that you have been looking for life in the graveyard of your own efforts. But once you admit it, you are finally free. You have been strong for everyone else, haven't you? You are the pillar. You are the one who listens, the one who solves, the one who stays calm. But who listens to you? Who sustains you? You have drained your own reserves, giving until there is nothing left but a shell. You have neglected your own soul in the process of serving your own image. But my child, I do not want your strength. I want your heart. I don't need you to be the hero of your own story. I need you to be the one who trusts me to be the hero. There is a divine loneliness that every soul must pass through. It is the moment you realize that no human being can fully understand or complete you. Many people spend their whole lives trying to escape this loneliness, jumping from relationship to relationship, from project to project, desperate to be filled by anything other than God. They are terrified of being alone with their own thoughts. But when you stay in that emptiness with me, when you stop running and start resting, you find that the loneliness disappears. It is replaced by an intimacy so profound that it makes every other connection look like a shadow. You have been asking, why is life so hard? Why am I always struggling? And the answer is simple. You are struggling because you are fighting against your own nature. You were made for me. Every fiber of your being vibrates with a frequency that only aligns with my presence. When you are disconnected from me, you are out of sync with reality. You are constantly hitting walls, constantly missing the mark, and constantly feeling like you are swimming upstream. I am inviting you to stop fighting. Let the walls fall down. Let the emptiness become a prayer. Instead of trying to distract yourself, sit in it. Say to me, Lord, I am empty. I have nothing left to give, and I have nothing left to prove. The moment you stop trying to fill the void with the world is the moment I can begin to fill it with my glory. My glory is not loud. It is quiet. It is not aggressive. It is gentle. It is the peace that comes when you finally accept that you don't have to be anything other than my child. Do you see the invitation? I am not here to shame you for your emptiness. I am here to validate your need for me. I am the one who designed that void. I placed it there so that you would never be able to find rest anywhere else. It is a divine mechanism, a built-in compass that always points back to your Creator. Don't resent the ache. Treasure it. Honor it. It is the holy dissatisfaction that keeps you moving toward the finish line. You are being invited to stop functioning and start being. Stop managing your life and start living it in communion with me. The emptiness is a gift if you have the courage to open it. It is the clearing in the forest where my light can finally reach the soil of your soul. Be still. Let the restlessness be. Don't reach for the phone. Don't reach for the distraction. Just sit with the fact that I am with you, and that is enough. You are in the process of becoming whole, and wholeness starts by admitting you are hungry. Stay right there. I am about to feed your soul in a way you have never experienced before. I know you have felt the crushing weight of disappointment. I know the nights you have prayed with tears streaming down your face, asking for a sign, asking for a change, asking for the pain to finally lift, only to wake up the next morning to the same reality. I have seen those prayers. Do not think for a second that they went unheard or that they were ignored. I have collected every single tear in my bottle. I know exactly how much your heart has endured. Many people fall into the trap of believing that their current struggle is their permanent address. They think that because they are in the valley today, they will be in the valley forever. But listen to me carefully. Despair is not the end of your story. Despair is merely a transition point. It is the place where your own strength ends, and my power is made perfect. You are not at the end of the road. You are at the place where the road is being redesigned. You have been looking at your circumstances through the lens of human limitation. You see the closed doors, the lost opportunities, the broken relationships, and the mistakes of the past. You see a series of dead ends. But I am the God who creates paths in the wilderness and streams in the desert. What looks like a final stop to you is only a setup for a miracle I am preparing to manifest. You see the wreckage. I see the foundation for a new beginning. Understand that your prayers are not lost. They are being refined. Sometimes, I do not answer you in the way you expect, because I am preparing you for something much greater than you asked for. You ask for relief. I am preparing for your restoration. You ask for a quick fix. I am preparing for a long-term breakthrough. Do not be discouraged by the silence. My silence is not abandonment. My silence is often the sound of me working behind the scenes, arranging circumstances, shifting hearts, and preparing the way for your next season. You have felt the temptation to just give up, to stop hoping because hoping hurts. I understand that protection mechanism. It is human to want to avoid the sting of another no or another disappointment. But I am calling you to a deeper faith. I am calling you to hope, not in your circumstances, but in my character. I am the faithful God. I am the God who keeps his promises even when the situation seems impossible. I am the God who raised the dead, who split the sea, and who turned the impossible into a testament of my glory. Your struggle is not evidence that you are failing. Your struggle is evidence that you are in a process of spiritual growth. Do not despise the difficulty. These challenges are the very things that are forging your character, strengthening your resolve, and increasing your capacity to carry the blessings I have in store for you. If you were not being tested, you would not be prepared for the level of destiny I have written for your life. Look back at your own history. Think of the times you thought you would never make it through. Think of the obstacles that seemed insurmountable at the time. Yet, here you are. You survived. You grew. You learned things that you never could have learned in the sunshine. You are stronger than you think, because you are not relying on your own strength. You are relying on the grace that sustains you moment by moment. Despair often comes from the illusion that you are in this alone. But you are never alone. I am closer to you than the air you breathe. When you are too tired to speak, I hear the sighing of your spirit. When you are too weak to stand, I am the one carrying you. You don't have to have it all figured out. You don't have to have a 10-year plan or a perfect solution. You only need to have one thing: a heart that stays connected to me. There is a peace that comes from surrendering the outcome. When you let go of your grip on the how and the when, you allow me to work in ways that will blow your mind. I am not limited by your resources, your connections, or your background. I am the creator of the universe. I have infinite ways to turn your situation around. Do not let the enemy lie to you about your value. Do not let the voices of the past, the memories of your failures, or the critics of your life define your future. You are a masterpiece in the hands of the ultimate artist. You are a work in progress, and the artist is not finished yet. The brushstrokes may look chaotic right now, but wait until you see the full picture. Wait until you see how I am weaving your pain, your lessons, and your experiences into a tapestry of grace. Despair is the enemy of your destiny. It is a tool used to get you to settle for less than what I have promised. Do not settle. Stay in the arena. Stay in the posture of prayer. Even if you feel discouraged, keep talking to me. Even if you feel weak, keep leaning on me. I am the God of the second chance, the third chance, and the infinite chance. Your story is not over. The best chapters are still ahead. You are being positioned for a breakthrough that will serve as a testimony of my faithfulness for generations to come. Trust me. Even when you cannot see the path, trust my feet. Even when you cannot hear the answer, trust my voice. I am with you in the depths, and I am the one who will bring you out into a spacious place. Breathe in this truth. You are held, you are loved, and you are destined for more than your current pain. Keep walking. I am right there with you. We have reached the moment of response. You have heard the truth. You have confronted the emptiness. You have faced the weight of your past, and you have understood that despair is not your final destination. Now, you stand at the edge of the most important decision of your life, the decision to let go of your own life and fully embrace the one I have designed for you. This moment is an invitation. It is not an invitation to a religion, a set of rules, or a series of obligations. It is an invitation to a relationship, a deep, intimate, and unshakable bond with your Creator. You have spent your life looking for this kind of connection, even if you didn't know it was me you were seeking. You have tried to satisfy the soul's deepest longing with everything else, but today, you realize that only the Source can satisfy the creation. Do not think that you must clean yourself up before you come to me. That is a lie that keeps thousands of souls in chains. I do not want you to come to me when you are perfect. I want you to come to me exactly as you are. Bring your mess. Bring your doubts. Bring your broken pieces, your anger, your confusion, and your hidden failures. I am the great physician, and I do not turn away the sick. I heal them. Your imperfection is not a barrier to my love. It is the very reason I came to find you. Now, take a moment. Close your eyes. Let the world outside fade into total silence. There is nothing more important than this conversation between your spirit and mine. I want you to make this commitment in the secret place of your heart. Say to me, Lord, I am tired of living on my own terms. I am tired of the weight. I am tired of the aimless wandering. I surrender. When you say that, something shifts in the heavens. When you surrender, you are not losing your life. You are finally finding it. This is your call to action. It is not about a ritual. It is about an alignment. If you are ready to let go of the old life and step into the purpose I have for you, let your heart be the witness. Type, Jesus is my unshakable anchor in the comments. Not because I need to see it, but because your confession confirms what you have decided in your spirit. It is your mark of transition. It is the moment you tell the enemy, and you tell your own soul, that you are no longer the same person you were 20 minutes ago. You are entering a new chapter. From this moment on, you are walking in a different strength. You will face challenges, yes, but you will not face them alone. When the world tries to shake you, you will stand firm because your anchor is in me. When the shadows of doubt try to creep back in, you will be covered by the light of my promises. You are a new creation. The old has passed away. The new has come. I am sending you out with a blessing. My peace, which passes all understanding, will guard your heart and your mind. I am placing my hand upon your life. I am guiding your steps. I am opening the doors that have been locked for years. I am mending the relationships that were frayed. I am restoring the years that the locusts have eaten. You are going to see my faithfulness manifest in your daily life in ways that will make you stand in awe. Do not look back. Don't look back at the person you used to be, and don't look back at the failures that used to define you. You have been washed clean. You have been set apart for a mission that is greater than you ever imagined. You are not a spectator in your own life anymore. You are a participant in my divine story. Go now with confidence. When you walk, know that I am walking with you. When you speak, know that my wisdom is guiding your words. When you work, know that your hands are being blessed because you are working for my glory. You are not just a human being having a spiritual experience. You are a spirit being having a divine destiny. I will never leave you. I will never forsake you. Even when the world feels like it is collapsing, my love will be the foundation beneath your feet. You have never been alone, not for a single second of your life, not in your darkest hour, not in your greatest pain, and not in this moment of decision. You were always held. You were always sought. You were always loved. This is the promise that holds the universe together, and it is the promise that will hold your life together. Go in peace. Go in power. Go in the absolute certainty that you belong to the King of Kings. Your life is no longer your own. It is a light, a witness, and a miracle in the making. May the grace of the Lord Jesus Christ be with your spirit. May His presence be the first thing you feel when you wake up and the last thing you think of when you close your eyes. You are mine. You are found, and you are finally home. Stay faithful, stay humble, and keep looking up. The best is truly yet to come. Amen.